Hey, what's going on? Today, I want to ask you where your focus is and if it's in the right place. Stay tuned. All right. Listen, we are here today. It's time for elevate it's time to elevate your leadership intent. So my name is Christian Martinez. I am super excited to be with you guys today. I want to talk to you guys about something that's very interesting, something that recently happened, and something that I've been working on. And it's the leadership revolution. It's really just the importance of understanding where our focus needs to be. And so today I wanted to ask you if your focus is on yourself or on others. Now, for me, for a long time, I was so focused on where I needed to go, the destination that I was going on, that at times I would leave people behind. And one of the things that I've realized as I've grown as an individual, as a leader, and as an entrepreneur is that I needed to slow down. Now, I've had the opportunity to coach, a few, hundred, maybe even thousand people over the last 2 to 3 years. And one of the things that's been humbling is really understanding that it's not about me. Most of the time, I have to sit back and listen to other people's perspective. I have to understand where they are, where they're trying to go, and what are they trying to accomplish. I can't give them my perspective. I can't tell them what they need to do, but I do have the privilege to serve them at a high level. So I want to share with you 5 things that I've learned recently that I've been really trying to implement now more than ever as I've begun this transition. Now we're talking about this leadership revolution. We're talking about this shift, right? And we recently were working on this workshop where we were just kind of like really trying to pour into the community, into the environment, because it's really powerful when you actually invest in others, when you give back to others. So one of the things that I want to talk to you about, the first one is understanding that you need to go slower to go further. Now for me, one of the things that I realize is, when it comes to coaching, when it comes to entrepreneurship, you can't do it all alone. Like most people that are solopreneurs and different things like that, they struggle because they're trying to do so many things at once. One of my favorite books right now that I'm reading is 10x is easier than 2x. And the reason and the concept behind this book is really 4 really foundational principles. One of the principles is identifying the who, not the how. Most people get stuck in the details and trying to do everything themselves. They try to do everything on their own. Now, let's say, for example, your business has 5 pillars, right? 5 things that you do in your business. Now, if you're a solopreneur, if you're one person that does everything in your business, what tends to happen is you try to do all 5 things. Now, if this is a business, most of the time, when you divide your attention in 5 different areas, you're given every different thing about 20% of your attention. So if you have more than 5 things, imagine dividing that even more. So really, you have to identify the people that are strong, that are better, that are more equipped to do that task and delegate it to them. That's where most entrepreneurs can actually expedite and propel their speed for success. Now, you may be new to this. You may be new to leadership or to entrepreneurship. Now, if it's in leadership, this is the same concept, right? You have to be able to let go of the things that you don't do well to somebody that does do well. Now, you have to be mature and confident in yourself to let go and allow people to come alongside you that are better than you at those things, right? That's a maturity thing. The next thing I want to talk to you about is really understanding and recognizing your need for others, right? As I just stated, understanding the who, not the how, is really important when it comes to leadership and entrepreneurship. Now, when it comes to leadership, when it talks about understanding the needs of others, like you needing others, right? Take the focus off of you and put it on them. One of the things that I've realized that has really helped me is understanding the difference between competing and completing, right? Competing and completing. Those are 2 different types of mindsets that we have. The competing mindset is a scarcity mindset, is one that thinks win-lose. It's one that's like, it practices on just me being single thinking, like me thinking about myself, and it's just really exclusive. It doesn't include other people. Now, when you have a completing mindset, what tends to happen is you focus on abundance, right? You're thinking bigger picture. You're thinking about win-win. For me, it's always one of the things that I look for is a win-win-win. Are you in a win-win-win situation? the also think is that when you're doing this, you're thinking about shared thinking. I am better when I'm using other people's thinking to help me grow an idea, right? Or including others, right? Now, all of this is great, but it takes it. You take it to the next level when you make an effort to understand others. Now, one of the best illustrations of this is understanding dancing, right? Now, for a long time, I would watch people dance and I'd be like really mesmerized by the power, the beauty, just the transformation that you see when people are dancing. Before they go onto the floor, they have like a great posture, and then they're so nimble, they're so powerful, they're so graceful. Now, how do you do that when it comes to leadership? You have to be able to allow others to step up and lead, and then you basically, as they're leading, you basically just make adjustments and adjust the way. Now, let's talk about the tango specifically, right? When it comes to dancing, that is one of the most powerful, beautiful, romantic dances, but it's also very fast paced. In order for the leader to look good, the follower has to trust them and has to start leading to the point where they both have synchronicity. They both have that unity in what they're doing. So when it comes to your business, you have to find people that buy into you. Then you share the vision with them. They push and propel your vision forward. That is how you become more successful. The next thing that I want to share with you is just making sure that you understand the importance of wanting others to shine more than you. Now, for me, one of the things that I really enjoyed about my time in the military is being able to highlight the people that were really amazing on my team. I took a lot of pride in highlighting their successes, highlighting them. And the reason I did that was because it made me feel really good to see people get elevated. In society today, what people tend to do is put the spotlight on them. What about me? What about me? And I took a lot of pride in doing that. One instant in particular is I had this young man that came to work with me and for me. And during that time, he was really down on himself. He was frustrated. He was just really kind of like emotionally not, invested. And what I asked him to do is to give me his very best. All I ask is that you give me your very best while you're here, and I will do my very best to take care of you. Within a span of 2 to 3 months, this young man changed his entire perspective on the military, changed who he was. His attitude was different. He was so excited. And at that point, he actually wanted to continue to serve. Now, at that point, he was already on his transition out of the military. But what I'll tell you, what was amazing is that he became so motivated about life and what he could do moving forward that he ended up becoming a manager for a practice, doing the same thing that he was doing while he was working with me. And to this day, we talk to each other, and I was just so excited because I was able to help this young man see, one, his potential, but two, to see the amazing things that he could do. He ended up winning so many awards in the 3 months that we were together, and it was an opportunity for me to help him shine, and that's what you need to do with the people around you. Now, the last thing that I want to share with you is just how to become... One of the things that you want to do is you want to help others become better every day. How do you do that? You want to help share something with them that will help them excel. Let me give you a good case in point. I was recently speaking at a venue, and one of the speakers that was coming in, what ended up happening is they had showed up right on time prior to going on stage. And I had just came off stage, and I wanted to share with them something that I saw was very interesting. So I gave them a few pointers on what could help them really captivate the audience and really engage them. And so they were like, well, that's not part of my presentation. I was like, I'm just sharing with you something that I observed that I think would be really helpful. And so what they did is they actually implemented what I shared, and they did really well. When they came off stage, they asked, why is it that I shared that with them? I could have just let them go out there and do what they were going to do. And I said, to me, I love to see people win, but I really want to make sure that everybody that shows up here that really gives back to this audience, that really pours into the audience, because really, if one person looks bad, it makes everybody on the team look bad. So it's important that you do that. So at times you may not get the credit, at times you may not be super successful because it wasn't you, but what I will encourage you to do is make sure that you invest in others. So I want to leave a few things with you that I want you to change your perspective, right? So when you change your focus from receiving to giving, here are the things that you should look at. Focus on adding value to people daily. Add as much value as you can as often as possible. Number 3, never wait to add value to someone. This right here, the 4th thing that I want to share with you is just give without keeping score. This is something that I think is really important, because for me, when you give without keeping score, you keep your motives and your intentions pure. And then number 5, when you receive a blessing, it comes from a place of unexpected return, and it's just a natural blessing. I hope this serves you. I hope you go out and crush it. This week, I want you to go out, add value to people. But remember, take the focus off of you and put it on others. Go out and dominate your space.